Hi everyone, we are back again with another video, and in today's video we are gonna be talking about a very important topic. Sometimes it happens that we are speaking in English, and when a conversation is going on, you are not able to remember the appropriate words that you want to say, and you get stuck. You don't know what to do, and you are not able to speak English fluently. So many things come in your mind. You start judging your English, right? And your expression changes. If you want to get rid of this problem, then what you should do to get rid of this problem? That thing we're going to talk about. What should we do to be able to speak English effortlessly when no words come in our mind? All right. So without further ado, let's get started. As always, I have Subhadra and Parvati with me. All right. And they have been speaking in English for a long time. It's been a while. Like for Parvati, who is sitting next to me, she has been learning English for about 2 years. And Subhadra has been practicing English for about 1.5 years. They have been learning English for a long time, right? So they are the perfect candidates for this particular question. And so guys, if you think that whenever you are having a conversation, no words are coming in your mind, and for that reason you often doubt the quality of English you speak, I think it's time to take a pause and rethink or recheck. So today we are going to figure out this, that when words don't come in our mind, what should we do, right? Should we stop talking, or should we keep speaking? Parvati, I would like to ask you this question first, that when you started learning English, or when I started learning English, we often face this problem. It is like, I want to say a lot of things about this topic, but nothing is coming in my mind what to say. How did you tackle this problem, or how do you tackle this issue whenever you speak English?
Yeah, so it's really a crucial problem. Every single time, whenever I sit down to practice or whenever I have conversation with anybody, this particular problem I suffer from a lot. That appropriate word isn't coming to my head. So what should I do? So I have tried to observe myself. I've tried to observe that particular situation a lot. That why it is happening? Why I'm not able to feel that gap, feel that lack with appropriate amount of word. Well, first thing I've observed is that we are in a rush. We don't try to understand what actually the person we are talking to is trying to say. Let's say I'm having conversation with Dada or with my sister, with anybody. Often it happens that because we don't know what the topic is going on, what actually my partner is trying to talk about, we get stuck. We don't know what actually the vocabulary should be used here. Let's say my partner is talking about politics or any sort of topics, but I'm ready to talk about myself. No, forget about your thing. Listen to me. First of all, it happens that the person you're talking to loses interest, that okay, I don't want to continue this talking. I don't want to continue with this thing because you're not interested in my thing. So here we have to let others talking, just, ask for clarification. What actually your partner is trying to talk about, that okay, you're talking about politics, now just give yourself the time to think about those vocabularies. Okay, it is politics, or it is English, or it is anything else. So according to that thing, absolutely, it may sound that okay, I have to think about topics, then I have to think about vocabularies, then what's the meaning of practice? That is the practice. When you are doing this, that is the practice. We think that practice should be done in between the four walls in your room. It never happens. You have to face the practical situation. You have to face the problem, otherwise you have to face the reality. Otherwise, how will you know that okay, it is my problem? According to that problem, I have to come upon that solution. So first thing for me, I try to tackle that okay, what actually the partner is trying to talk about, understand that. But now what happens when I speak alone, it often comes to me that now what about this? I don't have any partner, I don't need to understand. So here I have to make myself just calm. That okay, think about it. The same thing applies. We're in a rush. Okay, talk about this. I have to talk about any sort of things. I have to practice English for an hour and that's it. Blah, blah, blah. No, just give yourself the time. It is 1 hour. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to talk a lot or whatever is there. You have to talk about that. Just give yourself the time so that your mind can get that vocabulary. I can compartmentalize these two things with an example, such as, first of all, when you are talking to a person, then try to understand what the person is talking about. Then you'll be able to use appropriate amount of vocabulary. And when you're talking to yourself, then exemplify what actually you're trying to talk about. Let's say you're choosing your childhood. Now, what are the words I can use here in order to describe my childhood properly? Exemplify it.
Yeah, I just want to say that, let's say you talk about your childhood. So today, the words you can remember when you talk about your childhood may be less than what you can remember tomorrow. So if we put extra or unnecessary pressure on ourselves, that is a complete stupidity. We should understand that today my performance probably is not up to the mark, but tomorrow I can make it better. So when, let's say I'm talking to you right now, the kind of sentences I'm making, that is not okay for me. Like I can make more fascinating sentences, but if I take pressure on myself that okay, why am I not able to make those sentences that I often make when the camera is not there, then I will be suffering from not able to speaking fluent English. So that's it.
Yeah, like it's really important to not to panic. I have observed it. Let's say I've got only one word in order to describe my childhood, and I'm thinking about it. Why am I not coming in contact with so many words? Like recently I've come in contact with this particular word from you, that reminiscence. I didn't know the meaning of it. So one by one it happens. Every day you have to practice the same thing. When I practice my basic, that yesterday, today, daily routine, it is so mundane. I don't want to talk about it.
Yes.
Then okay, I talked about yesterday, what should I talk about it right now? When we take the pressure that okay, oh my goodness, nothing is happening, we stop it, and absolutely it gets stopped forever.
Yeah, I want to ask you a question that sometimes it is seen in our performance that when we try to say something and this thing doesn't come in our mind, then how can we tackle? Like you may have seen a lot of English learners speaking in English, but they want to say something, but it's not coming. Like the sentence is not coming, the concept is not coming in their head. So what should they do?
It's really interesting, It reminds me of one of your suggestions. You remember probably that one day I was mumbling a lot, that I was not able to apply appropriate words. So then you talked about use filler lines such as, like, you may have noticed some native speakers or any speaker, those who speak phenomenally, that what, as I have just used, what, probably I was talking about that, what I was trying to say. So these phrases can help us to feel the lack, that okay, instead of taking pause, I am covering it, that okay, what, right now I don't know what to say, but yes, so in such a way, let me tell you one thing, let me say, I think what actually we're talking about. So these are the things can help us. Right now I can remember, and I use it.
I can show you the fillers on your screen. You can see the fillers that we are talking about, and right now we are not able to remember all the fillers that one should use or one could use. So you can see the list of the feelers on your screen. So you may apply these feelers whenever you get stuck while having a conversation.
So yes, that's the thing. Like using feelers can help us, and I try to use it a lot because I'm not able to practice a lot. It happens to us. Like maybe we say that okay, using words is really important, but still we get stuck. So here feelers can be a really protector.
What I have noticed that I've basically observed the monks. Like you look at the monks, those who are very popular on internet, when they talk very, very slowly, right? They are not in a hurry, right? So there is a concept like take a breath and take a pause and then say, right? Sometimes you don't have to, like, our problem is that we often think if I go fast, that is fluency, which is a misconception. If I'm speaking fast and whatever the things I'm saying, they don't make any sense, then there is no point of going fast, speaking fast, right? So I often suggest my students to go slow with whatever the things they have in mind, because if they are very excited, like one of my students named Sanjana speaks well when she is not under pressure, but she goes haywire when she's not calm. So calmness is very important. Peace of mind is important when you are speaking English, right? So how can we increase that stillness? It is one of the practices that we need to do. Like when I'm practicing English or when I'm speaking English, how does it sound? You just have to ask yourself this question. How do I sound when I speak English? When you understand that you sound lame and you are not able to say the things that you really want to say, then a lot of questions come or arise that, okay, I probably need to work on these areas in order to get rid of this problem. So guys, when you pause and take a breath, that really helps. So every time you are excited, you say wrong sentences. But whenever you take a pause and you calm yourself, then you see that yes, you are speaking better English. So whatever the suggestions you have got from this video, hope they're gonna contribute to your speaking in English. And if you think that you need to learn more, then I provide online classes and you will get the details in the description. There are so many similar videos that we have made. You will be also getting them in the description. And guys, we are getting a lot of encouragement because of your support. Our community is getting bigger and bigger every day. If you are new here, then it's your duty to hit the like button and please subscribe to this channel. We will get back again with another video. Till then, you take care and bye.